Appreciate everybody here this morning. I do want to acknowledge Senator John Keenan and Representative Bruce Ayers are here. Appreciate both of them stopping by as well. This morning we're here to talk about a project, but we're really talking about the bigger vision of economic development. And those of you that grew up in Quincy, you probably remember the site is the old Colony construction site. They used to build roads. They quarried this land and they used that material to build the roads. Then, of course, we saw in the late 70s, early 80s, the vision of an office park. And over the years, if you look at adjustments the city has made to conform with changing times, this is one of those moments. Many years ago, the MBTA came to Quincy. That changed the city economically. State Street South wouldn't be in North Quincy if not for the Red Line Station. We talked about early on how we want to focus on the spine of the city along the tracks near public transportation with our development. And that's what we've been doing. I know that from time to time, we take a little bit of criticism on what's too much. Right now in this region, there's a great shortage of housing of all sorts, rental, ownership, 55 and over, you name it, the marketplace. Right now, there's a great shortfall. And the greatest affordability tool we have, back to supply and demand, the more units we can get into the marketplace, the better for everybody. Well, Crown Colony, as you know, has been an office park for a number of years. And this region, this world, this nation, this office park has changed. Ever since COVID, as we know, the work habits have changed. Companies are dealing with things differently. A lot of stay-at-home folks working at home remotely, coming in maybe a day or two of the week. I don't see that coming back. Much like Quincy Center, when the retail shifted to the mall in Braintree, much same way across the country when Main Street kind of fell away to the malls. Who'd have thought 30 years ago we'd be building housing in downtown Quincy? I bet very few would have believed that would have happened. But again, the city has adjusted to create our own destiny. We can't wait around for things to happen. Last year, we presented to the City Council a zoning overlay district for Crown Colony, part of Center Street, and also a Newport Ave extension right by the T station. Now, today, we're seeing the result of that overlay district with this investment here. We get two gents who are developers here who are no strangers to Quincy. DJ McKinnon, whose project right now is 300 units in Trader Joe's, but has had a number of projects in Quincy over the years. Joe Zink has bounced back. He had a lot of commercial property in Quincy Center many years ago, and him and DJ have come together on this project. This property... Well, let me just sum it up. This project, 315 units of housing, provides housing for a much-needed market. What does that do? When somebody 55 and over sells their home, that home becomes available for sale for the younger family. We know in Quincy there's a backlog. People are bidding on houses. Despite what the city council says, people want to live here. There's a reason for that. Great schools, safe city, clean city. We're rebuilding our infrastructure. 27 miles of waterfront for all those right reasons. But this will result in 5 times the property tax we're collecting today. Now, people don't necessarily make the connection between economic development beyond the project, but the taxes is largely funds our city budget, property taxes. So this keeps the teachers in the classroom, the firemen on the apparatus, and the policemen walking the beat. This has a real impact on the city's taxes. So this is huge. Additionally, you talk about construction jobs. Creation of construction jobs, the maintenance and sustaining of construction jobs. It's not just the construction you see, but you think about the supply houses, the truck driver bringing that supply to the site. It has a great impact on the economy. So we're very proud of where we are today, and I'm grateful to the City Council. Two past City Council members are here today. Jim Devine, who helped us shepherd this through the council last year. Dave McCarthy, I also saw here, former 1-1 councilor. They voted for this because they saw the vision, they saw the wisdom in it. We've been working well together for many years in the city, moving the city forward. The Mayor Holyoke was in Friday for a tour. He's the president of the mayors statewide. He was blown away by what's happening in the downtown. He said the same thing the mayor of Leominster said to me a few months ago when he walked. I wish I had one of these projects. I then took him to the Adams Crypt. and he gets so emotional. He didn't realize what's here in Quincy. We know what we have here in Quincy. Great historical assets. As I said, the quality of life in this community is second to none. So today we celebrate this announcement, and we're grateful to DJ and Joe for their commitment to this project. And at this time, I'd like to have DJ come up and talk a little bit more specifically the project itself. DJ McKinnon of Atlantic Development.
There you go. Well, I'd like to thank the City of Quincy for the opportunity to bring forward another proposed development in the city. We've had a great relationship with the city over the years. We developed throughout New England. Joe as well develops throughout New England and up and down the East Coast. But Quincy is very forward thinking on all their development. In this case, they put in place an overlay recognizing the changes that were going to occur in this office park, and instead of letting things deteriorate, provide an opportunity for more uses within this park. Over the years, we've developed a lot in the housing sector, as well as the retail sector, restaurants, and so forth. On this site, we purchased this last year. I'll give you a little bit of the economics. This site was assessed a couple of years ago at about $58 million when it was a viable office building, about a 240,000 foot building on this 15-acre site. It was sold on the open market. We purchased it for $11 million. Reason for that is there's just no prospect for large tenants to fill these buildings. So as a result, we worked with the city, with the planning office, with the mayor's office, looked at uses that are out there, and then studied the economics of it from our standpoint. And what we've come up with is a proposal for 315 units of 55 and over for sale housing. We see a big demand in the city, a big pent-up demand for that type of housing, both statistically as well as a lot of comments from people in the city saying, we want to sell our home, we want to move somewhere in the city, downsize, simplify our lifestyle, but there's no opportunities in the city to do that. The only opportunity that would be similar to what we're proposing here is to go all the way to Plymouth to Pine Hills. What we're really trying to do is create an environment on this site that would model the type of housing, the type of amenities that they have in Pine Hills, which we think would be great for this site. In addition to that, over time, there are going to be other opportunities in this park. Both Joe and I are looking at those, and we see the opportunity to maybe bring in some other uses on the retail, restaurants, and really liven up this whole park. So we see there's a great opportunity for the city. This site, as I said, was assessed at $58 million, which at that point provided tax revenue of about $1.2 million to the city. After we bought it, they dropped the assessment to $26 million. Provides the city, I think it's like 600, Joe knows the numbers better than I do. I'm looking at shows, I'm saying there's about $600,000 a year in real estate taxes today. With the 55 and over development, the 315 units, that'll generate about $2.5 million to the city in real estate taxes. So more than double what it was even as when it was a thriving office building. But more importantly, it provides the type of housing that is needed in the city. We see it as a great opportunity for the city, a good opportunity for us to continue to work with the city. We have had a number of other housing developments in the city. We've brought online in the last couple of years about 900 units of rental housing. As the mayor mentioned, we have another 300 under construction right now downtown. But we see this 55 and over use as something that's really needed and something that we're excited to bring to the city. So thank you for this opportunity. We look forward to continuing to work with the city and hopefully even in this park going beyond this 15-acre site. So thank you.
Aside from this project, there is another project coming in that overlay district on Newport Ave Extension. It's about 550 units, so 2 empty office buildings. The old Kemper Insurance building, the old CNA building, which more recently were owned by Granitel. They moved their operation to a large building close to the State Street side, the end of Heritage Drive. That is ripe for housing development. They'll be able to literally just jump on the Red Line station, one of the head houses at the rear of the site. So we look forward to talking a little bit more about that project as well. And that project will bring in a little more than $2 million a year in property taxes as well. So good stuff, my folks, good stuff. So enjoy the beautiful day, grab some refreshments.